Over the years, how many of Laurel and Hardy videos have you watched? How many? Don't really like that doll with the black eyes and the black mouth. And what it is Stan is looking after the little girl and Hardy is cooking. And she's rabbiting away and she sends him to sleep. But I look at his face and I think, well, that looks a bit strange where his hand goes on her back. It's just they've made it a different colour. But his face is so long. I don't know. I suppose if I put my chin on my chest I can do it. But, I mean, that's uncomfortable to walk around like that. How does he do that? Look at the shape of his face. To me it looks like it's been added to the footage, to be honest. His face goes over the top of, there, look. Goes over the top. Yes, I think that looks very strange indeed. And the bit where he's supposed to have sideburns, but I don't think he does. Well, it's different anyway to the footage. They put this blur on the top here. Across here. He's just got such a long face. Where's his cheeks? You don't see his cheeks, do you? Like his cheekbones. He doesn't have any of that definition, does he? And there's kind of a box around his head there with that bit with the fake sideburns on it. Yeah, how many of these videos did you watch? When I was little, I was watching them all the time. Because that's what they had on the television. I don't know how they do it, because I just don't know how they do it, but because I just think that little child has been wedged in, you know, she isn't really, they're not sitting opposite each other. And what shocked me was that's supposed to be a child, what, about 5? How come she's so big? How come her head is the same size almost as his? Okay, if he stood up, he'd be taller, but sitting there, this little girl is quite, well, supposed to be a little girl. You just never know what sex they are, do you, though, in the end? But this little girl is as big as him. But she wouldn't be if she was 5. Do you see how, like, she's in a different perspective to him. I don't know how they do it. She's a bit blurry and he isn't, but he's further away. So do you see? I don't know. But anyway, the little girl is quite big compared to him. Anyway, he goes to sleep and he's in the kitchen doing things and falls over. None of that looks right either. So he falls to the floor, but he's all blurry. So the little girl gets up and you see she's kind of like as big as him. Look at that. Her face is almost the same size as his. So I don't know what's happening with her hands there. That's all a bit bizarre. She's obviously saying come in because he's fallen asleep. So he goes in there and he picks a stick up and he actually whacks him on the head. But for some reason, because I'm going through the footage, it didn't actually show him whapping him on the head, but he did. So he goes, ow, ow. But, you know, I don't know. His finger there. So he picks up something, and when he goes, he throws it and it hits him. And he says, well, you can't touch me now because I've got the little girl. The whole sequence of him going through that door is just crazy. So does that look right? Does it look right? I don't think so. Yeah, so zoom in a little bit, but it's just not right. Nothing else is blurring out, is it? Only him. Cartoons. That's all I see is cartoons. Just a bunch of cartoons.